Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pitch Talk. I know it's been a while since our last video, but here it is. Liverpool versus Manchester City, 1-1 at Anfield. What a huge game. A massive title decider, especially after Arsenal's 2-1 win to Brentford. This was the game, the most anticipated game of the season. City came out flying, absolutely bossing the game, possession, passing, touches in the opposition box. They were bossing this game. Liverpool looked very flat, and it took them a lot of time to get into this game. But once they got into it, they were flying. The Anfield support was crazy. The songs, the crowd, the atmosphere was brilliant. Massive surprise seeing Mo Salah on the bench as well as Robertson. But for me, I thought Elliott and Gomez were actually very good. City bossed most of that first half. Liverpool picked up in I'd say the last 10-15 minutes of the first half. They picked up and they brought it into the second half. City could not touch the ball in the second half. Liverpool were passing, moving, atmosphere. Penalty on Darwin Núñez. What a goal. Núñez's speed was just too quick for Ederson. Ederson landed up going off injured, and Ortega landed up coming on. It was a crazy game. So many talking points. How did Liverpool not win this game? Seriously, how did Liverpool not win the game? The amount of shots in the second half, the amount of one-on-ones Diaz had and could not finish, that was crazy. It baffled me. I could not believe the amount of one-on-ones that he gave up, the opportunity to score. It was ridiculous. The penalty shout on Salah, a bit audacious from Salah, trying his luck with Ake. The McAllister foul, and then right at the end of the game, the Doku McAllister coming together in the box. Doku's leg, his boot, is in McAllister's chest. How is that not a penalty? I need an explanation as to how this is not a penalty. It does not make sense at all. I have no explanation as to why this was not a penalty. The boot is above the waist, flat against McAllister's chest. Yes, he does get a little bit of the ball. Not enough to justify not a penalty. It should have been a penalty. It should have been a red card. That was a disgrace from VAR yet again this season. Wow. That was not the only big talking point of the game. We also had Manchester City's goal with John Stones. Very good corner routine, but we saw the exact same thing in the Liverpool-Chelsea final where Endo blocked their player off and they landed up taking the goal away from Liverpool. Endo was offsides when the ball came in. As the ball was kicked, he was offsides. He came onside. He blocked the man that could potentially have blocked the ball. Therefore, they took the goal away from Liverpool. Now, the exact same thing happened with Manchester City. McAllister was pushed out the way by a player that was offside that was directly in front of the pass. So it's not to say that he might or might not have blocked it. He was directly in front of the pass. He was on the near post. The ball came on the floor directly towards him. He was pushed out the way by a player that was offsides as the ball came in, and the goal went in. The goal stood. It was not taken away from Manchester City, and you're seeing two completely different actions for the exact same result. It was taken away from Liverpool in a final that could justify so many different things, but not against Manchester City at Anfield on a huge title deciding match. It doesn't make sense to me. VAR strikes again. This is crazy because the amount of inconsistency we've seen this season is ridiculous from VAR. But this was clear, blatant robbery, if you want to call it that. I'm not being biased towards Liverpool. I thought this was ridiculous. If you can take the goal away from Liverpool in a Carabao Cup final, you can do the exact same thing to Manchester City. It was the exact same scenario. You cannot allow the goal to go in. Nonetheless, they gave the goal. Liverpool came out firing in the second half, got the penalty, scored. Relentless attacks. Haaland, I don't even think, touched the ball once in that second half. They had maybe one good opportunity with Doku. He that shot where it hit the bar, very good shot. Obviously, Kelleher clearing the ball against Foden onto the bar. A lot of people thought it was going in, but it struck his hand. So in the end, it wouldn't have been a goal. But in that entire 45 minutes, I saw one good City attack where Doku hit the post. Liverpool bossed it. Dog City in that second half. The fact that it's a draw is crazy. And to make it worse, like I said, it should have been a penalty right at the end of the game. That boot was too high, too blatant into his stomach for it not to be a penalty. I can't believe it wasn't. Guys, nonetheless, title still up for grabs between three clubs. Throw a blanket over it, 2 points separate them, 3 points separate them, whatever it is, they're all right there. It is crazy stuff. Next up, we have Manchester City and Arsenal coming soon. So that's another huge game. It comes down to who wants it the most now. Guys, let me know what you think. Who deserved to win that game? Who is going to win the league? Like, subscribe, ring the bell. I'll check you guys soon. Ciao, guys.